Welcome to our channel.
I'm Max.
And I'm Maya. And we out here living. We just got back from Italy. We were celebrating Max's dad's 60th birthday and it was so beautiful.
Now, before we get into this video, I have to do a shout out to the sponsor of this video, Surfshark VPN. Now, you know we've been kicking it with Surfshark VPN for a long time because it so fits our everyday life. Now, we like to spend our time in our countryside home here in Sweden, and I use it for entertainment. If I want to look over the internet, if there's certain things I want to access that aren't accessible in my country, I click on Surfshark VPN, I change the location, and I'll be able to access that wherever I am in the world. But nonetheless, it doesn't take away the power it gives you as a traveler. Now, we've been recently in Italy, as we said, and we were jumping around on different public Wi-Fis in unknown territories, and with a VPN, it is the best tool you can use to keep you and your identity and all your information secure and safe when you're out traveling.
So for your chance to save and get 3 months for free, use the promo code MAXMAYA and the link in the info box below. Max's dad found this camping site in, what was that town? By Lake Garda.
Peschiera del Garda.
Garda. So we found accommodations there and it was super affordable, and it was you, your dad, your sister, your dad's partner, myself, and Saga.
Yes, so we flew into Bergamo, and anyone, world travelers who've been in Europe, know that it's pretty easy to find cheap tickets if you're just like well in advance, and if you're willing to choose maybe a little bit more off airport and a low price airline. And we had a car that we rented.
Yes.
So our whole plan was to get to Lake Garda. We were gonna go to Lake Como first. Well, that was where my eyesight was at first, but then I felt like I heard that Lake Garda actually is more family friendly, easier to swim in the lake, a bit more affordable. So we drove an hour from Bergamo, so to get there.
And when we arrived, I was aware that we were staying at a camping place. It literally advertises itself as a camping spot, and I was on the fence because I'm like, how do you have a 3-bedroom 2-bath in one like trailer? So I thought we were gonna have 2 trailers, and when they like brought us there, I was like, oh, it's genuinely
like
you managed to squeeze.
They call it a bungalow. I don't know.
Oh yeah, bungalow.
Yeah. They
managed to get 3 bedrooms and 2 baths on that bungalow, and it was so much fun. The camping place, I highly recommend it if you want to drive a caravan, if you want to rent a camper like we had, or what do you call it, a bungalow?
They call it a bungalow.
They also have like rental units that are beautiful.
Yeah.
This particular place, what I was blown away by was how clean and family friendly they were. Yeah,
like I used to travel very modest when I started traveling solo, and since I met you, we're a couple, we have a child. There's certain like quality what do you call it, like requirements that we do have. Maybe more for you so than it is for me, I don't know, but I started sort of become comfortable with living that way too. So it's not like I'm also enjoying not the sharing bathrooms and beds with other people, strangers that
candidly
I don't know.
Max is saying he's used to traveling like in hostels, and I'm not. Like I'm like, no.
So for me it felt nice to be in a place where there was no prestige. There was just like very, very, it was very modest but still very like,
it was so nice.
It was so nice. Like I felt like the staff who worked there was really like authentic and nice.
It was a family business,
and the pool was clean, and also it was nice.
The bathrooms were clean.
Yeah, I just enjoy that we were like not in the center of something and just like in the outskirts, and we managed to rent bikes and.
The bikes were key. So you could rent the bikes from the camping place, €5 a day, and we used the bikes to bike to vineyards, bike to the town, restaurants, and I was a bit like, we rented the bikes I think day 3. as a family.
Day 2, yeah.
Day 2 for us, day 3 for I think all of us. And I was like, man, I really wish we had rented this like out the gate, like all of us just biking. But it was, I would say, biking in a family or friend setting is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Like, biking solo is also fun, but that was my first like, oh, we're all on bikes and saw guys on the bike. It was so cute.
Yeah.
What do they say here? Oh, is it AC though?
Oh, sí,
Oh, okay. Ooh. We can bring in this region. We have mainly Lugana, so these are all our Luganas, and then we have the sparkling Lugana as well.
Okay.
As white wine, we make also Verdicchio because we have 15 hectares in the Marche region, in the middle of Italy. And Verdicchio is another kind of white wine, very popular, but from Marche. We have Pinot Grigio from Garda, Rosato that it's made with Lugana and Barbera, and then all the red wine. We bike to the vineyard with expectations of having a wine connoisseur experience.
It's so fun because first of all, I've never been to a vineyard before. I've never been to a wine tasting before, and I feel like Italy. I have this stereotypical idea of Italy that all you do is just eat pasta, pizza, and drink wine, and I guess that it's true to some extent. So I just thought it would be everywhere you go, we'll have a wine tasting, not knowing that the vineyard that we live close to.
The one that we picked, because there were so many vineyards, the one we chose wasn't a traditional wine tasting experience where they give you a tour. And so when we got there, we literally were like, we're here.
Yeah.
Let's go on the tour. And she's like, there's nothing to see. And we're like laughing.
Yeah.
She's like, we're just a production facility.
Yeah.
I was like, you literally have stacks and stacks of vineyards.
Such a beautiful, beautiful vineyard too.
Yeah. So I think I saw a wine tasting video in the lobby of where we were staying.
Yeah.
And they had like these big oak barrels. And I'm like, oh, so I guess...
I understand what she meant.
Yeah,
right?
she thinks that everyone wants that pour from the barrel and swirl. And I'm like, just show us your vineyard. Like, explain to us the grape varietals that go into your wine. Which I think she did, actually. But I wanted the experience.
I still enjoyed the experience because we got to try the wine. And it was the first time I've had wine from an actual vineyard. There was the Lugana.
Oh, yeah,
grape was it called, like more dry wine. Now I'm no expert whatsoever, but it was fun to feel like an expert for a couple of minutes and be like, but I don't know what I'm tasting for. So if you were to go to a vineyard, have that in mind. If you're in Italy, like do some research more than I did, and just make sure that you're going to a vineyard that actually do tasting.
Ma che buio stasera.
What I'm the most grateful of this trip, if I get to share, is the fact that we were like on the countryside, and that's also the benefit of being on a camping like that, which is a little bit further away. First of all, I've never heard anyone who's gone to this city. It's like the south of Lake Garda, but we were like a 15-minute bike ride outside of that by all the vineyards, which gave me that look into how it is to live on the countryside, kind of like here, but in Italy, like looking at people's home, like seeing like restaurants that are not like touristy, like where you can tell that it's authentic.
It was country where we were at.
There
are towns for sure.
Yeah,
we could bike to them, and when we were on our drive around the lake, there was definitely much bigger towns with hotels and restaurants.
Yeah.
But where we stayed was very country. And instead of cows, it was vineyards.
Yeah. so on the third day or fourth day, I can't remember which day, one of the activities that we wanted to do was we wanted to drive around the whole lake, which is, I can't tell how many kilometers it is, but I think in total it will take you like 4 hours.
Yeah. 2 hours one way, 2 hours another.
Yeah. We drove up on the west side of the lake, and like you said, there was like hotels on the very edge by the lake with the beautiful view, all the mountains. And then we stopped in the top.
And we went to the botanical garden there that your dad wanted to see. He really enjoyed it. The waterfalls was super refreshing for them because it was so hot in Italy. But not as hot as it can get in Los Angeles, where your skin is and the tires are like melting. But it was very hot when we were there.
Oh my god! It's so nice! It's so refreshing though! It's like swimming in Loch Ness!
And when we came down on the east coast of the lake, we pulled over. Your sister's like, let's just go over here, because there it's just like, where do you want to, like, which part of the lake do you want to stop at? Like, here, like, should we pull over there? Because you can see it.
I was saying that I imagine this is how it feels like to be on Tinder, because it's like you just keep swiping. It's like, oh, it might be someone else better off. And you just keep swiping. Because that's how I felt. Like, I'm glad that my sister just took the initiative, because I was not in a mindset of like taking any decision at that point.
Yeah, so we stopped, and it was so refreshing to go into this turquoise water, and it was cold. Like the fact that your dad and your sister said it was cold, I'm like, oh no, because I don't like cold.
No, it was cold. It was very cold, but it was so refreshing.
It was so good, and I was okay with it. Yeah. Because I like literally just counted down because it was so beautiful. Like 1, 2, 3, go. I don't usually do that. I'm like, let me acclimate for 20 minutes and then I'll go in. No, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. I can't get enough of that lake.
No.
So beautiful. Yeah, I could literally like have stayed in each place.
Yeah. Like
2 days or something.
Yeah, you could easily spend a good 2 weeks around that lake, I think.
So gorgeous.
And apparently they have, if you have kids, they have like Garda Land, which is like a big amusement park.
You wanted to do that.
I wanted to,
but
what
made you change your mind?
I think because I just wanted to relax. I think that the idea of like going on an amusement park, standing in lines, like line up, like I just wanted to enjoy good food. And I'm pretty sure that the company, like the majority of the company that we were with, wouldn't appreciate it, I think.
Yeah, so instead of going to the amusement park, our accommodations had a pool. They had 2 pools, and they were so much fun. Saga was living her best life with your dad and Lena and your sister at the pool.
Yeah.
That's cool. It's like a beet tortellini, and inside it's like... We got to eat Italian food, and of course, if you have a child who's a picky eater, Italy, just go to Italy.
Pasta, yo.
Saga was living her best life.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I feel like Saga is a picky eater, but I'm also very hard on her. I feel like you're more relaxed about it, but I'm like, oh, why is she not eating? But the one thing I can always rely on is pasta. and being in the, kingdom of pasta,
Yeah.
we saw our daughter like enjoy a full bowl of like bolognese and all these sort of pastas, and like she was just enjoying herself. And gelato, obviously, but
She's so good at pacing herself when it comes to sweets. Like she does a couple of scoops and she's like, I'm done.
yeah.
But the pasta, she was living her best life. I had good pasta. Despite having access to all these restaurants, we also had a home.
Yeah.
This
Part I love the most.
bungalow, and it has a kitchen. And obviously, if we're a group of 5 with a child and we have access to grocery stores, there was a Lidl for all my Europeans out there. Lidl. So we managed to go grocery shopping and have breakfast and dinner at home as well to save some money.
Så det,
Vad tror du? Tycker du om kyckling?
Jag har kört runt Garda-sjön. Det är inte häftigt.
Jo, det är det.
Saga. Honom aldrig.
It was so nice to be able to prepare food, and intuitively we knew like, oh, I'll take the dishes since like you cooked, and you didn't have to say these things. It's
No,
just
it was
like
just like everyone we just fit in
a
the flow. It was actually really good
a
teamwork.
mutual respect. Yeah, it was such great teamwork. So your dad and Lena, they made like great pasta dishes. Like we tried to keep like this Italian theme going.
But also just pick what you have and don't waste any food.
Yeah, and so at the last day, we just, or I shouldn't say we, but Lena and your dad just took all the food that we had left and we made like a chicken salad with all our leftovers. And it was just fun to be able to prepare food like communally, as well as drink our wine that we all had a shared experience of biking to the vineyard.
Yeah.
And Saga, like she could be on one person's lap and then she wants to go somewhere else, so she's on that person's lap.
Yeah.
It was just nice. I think one of the highlights was seeing how much fun Saga had with your family. Like, it was almost as though we were all like spectators to her.
Yeah.
The Saga
Of
show.
course,
Like she
yeah.
was just living her best life.
That's the thing here in Sweden, is that she's the only little child.
Yeah.
Lena, my dad's partner, has a granddaughter now, so she's getting some competition and she doesn't like it. But that's why I want to go to Toronto soon, so this little girl can be humble and know that the world is not all about her. Like, but here she has all the attention she needs, and more. So
Yeah.
I'm super grateful that I got to experience this. I mentioned on this trip that I have always been sort of longing to the biggest culture shock I can get, and that has been the fulfilling aspect of traveling. Traveling looks different these days. I'm grateful that I have a partner who is fearless and is not, stuck in your ways. Like you're still
Flexible.
You're flexible, and you're also like you have a very adventurous soul,
Mm-hmm.
even if we are very different. But I'm grateful that I get to discover Europe in the lens of someone who has never been and seen these places, and that's like an attraction. But having that said, I feel like this was the ultimate like in between of those two
It's like
worlds,
community.
because you got community, you got to have like your own place, like I said, on the countryside, which felt very authentic and adventurous, but then also having a pool, the safety, security, community, so that Saga got to like, I felt like I could just like let her go, be in the pool, and I could just relax and not feeling like I'm always on the run, like Guatemala, for instance.
Yeah. The things that like struck me in my footsteps about Italy was the landscaping, the trees. Italy had like these evergreens with cactus and flowers. I was just like, where am I?
Cool.
I felt like I was in North America and Mexico. I guess Mexico is North America, but like South America and North America, like moshed into Europe, like with the architecture of Europe.
Yeah.
So beautiful. Like, wow. was our Italian experience. I highly recommend it, especially if you are a family.
Yeah.
Check out Lake Garda. For more adventures, more behind the scenes, more outtakes, join my Patreon. The link is in the info box below, and I'll see you there. Aw.
I won't see you there, but you'll see her there.
You'll see him in the comments.
You'll see me. Yeah, I'm a patron myself.
Yeah.
Support your partner, yo.
Yeah. Make sure you're subscribed. The notification button is hit so you know when we upload a video, and we'll see you in our next video. Later.